My name is Azri, and I'm going to talk about why Taylor Swift's album Reputation is an art. Okay, Reputation, what is Reputation is about? Okay, first of all, we need to know the background. It is released in 10 November 2017 by Big Mission Records, produced by Jack Antonoff, Max Martin, Shellback, and Taylor Swift. It was an effort to refresh her mental state because the singer itself was bullied by the whole world because of some mistake that she had done, but it's not a mistake because people misinterpret the whole situation. And it also inspired by her personal life, which is the fame that she got and because of the extreme toxic media social. Just some gossip. Alright, the album builds on dark and heavy EDM and with hip hop and R&B. Okay, EDM is electronic dance music known as dance music, club music, or simply just dance music. And contemporary R&B is a music genre that combines rhythm and blues with element of pop. Okay, most of the album in this is actually pop, but it's just mixed one. Okay, it achieved top charts in countries like Australia, Canada, and UK. Most themes used in this album is cathartic and medieval. That's what Taylor Swift said herself. Everybody approach lyrics differently because some people understand it and some people don't understand it. Why is it my favorite art? Because the album is very much different from the thing that ever produced by Taylor Swift itself. As you can see, this is the sixth album that she ever made. Before that, she never done an album that was so dark like this. And many people don't understand what the message is trying to portray in the album. It does have a different representation of art movement in this album, and like medieval or Catholic. So how does it constitute with philosophy of art? First of all, it has expressionism. Expressionism is an art movement which was a modernist movement. Initially a poetry or painting which is express their emotion. Okay, so we know that this album mostly because of her personal life, so that it has expressionism. Secondly is pop art. Pop art was a popular culture of an art. It was a visual art movement that was characterized as a sense of optimism during the 1950s and 1960s. Usually it was coincided with the globalization of pop music and youth culture. So because of this album is for youth and pop culture, it does have pop art in it. Thirdly is minimalism. Minimalism is a standard art, design, or theater that uses the smallest range of materials and colors possible. Only simple shapes and forms like just shapes. It can be associated with this album because of the cover. The album cover is simple in the naked eyes, which is Taylor Swift's photo in the middle and the headers of Taylor Swift and Reputation, which people don't understand it because it was too simple and they didn't know what does it mean. It's just so simple, and the issues also people don't know it. Lastly is a medieval art. Medieval art was an art movement that was evolved during the Middle Ages as a biblical subject. So, like I said, there's a cathartic themed album she ever made. So, with the instrumental organ and the humming sounds like in churches, like I show some of it.
Don't blame me, love me.
Okay, because of that sounds like cathartic like a churches of music, so it does have medieval arts. Like it's dark, but in a certain point, it's like a churches music. So the issues surrounding this album is people had different expectations for this album. Like I said, people misinterpret it because people thought it was just a revenge album. Uh, Revenge album, but in like for real, it doesn't mean like that. It means that we can love in a rough time, so that we know how to love ourselves, even ourselves, in a rough time. The album was misinterpreted like because people also had lack of knowledge to realize the art in this album. Like people don't know the minimalism and everything else, and just say that it was too simple and she was still bullied by it. That's why people get confused with the narrative of the album itself. Okay, as a conclusion, there are a lot of messages I'm trying to portray to people in this album, but people didn't know. Why people didn't know? People didn't know because the lack of knowledge. Because of what? Because people probably didn't realize that people that get less education or exposure for the arts knowledge, and people just think that arts are not important. But for me, it is important because without arts, nobody can express themselves, whether it's their emotion, feelings, or even dreams and hopes. Study shows that the art are able to provide people to widen their knowledge and opinion. Creativity has stopped when people neglect arts as a knowledge as important as other knowledge. Alright, thank you for today. I think that's all. Thank you.